Welcome everybody to my round 1 of the Canadian Digifest. This was an 8-round event hosted by Carta Magica. We actually played a best of 1 instead of a best of 3, so because of that, we did not have the sideboard rule. We did, however, have the mulligan. So we are kicking off round 1 here. We both decide to keep our hands here, and my opponent won the high roll here, so she starts. And one thing that my opponent let me know before we started this match is that she is brand new to the game, so if there was anything that came up that she needed clarification on, I said I'd be more than happy to help her with, and this is one of the first things that came up. So she had forgotten that unless the card specifies, you have to digivolve the same color all the way up. So she tries to evolve a green rookie here over top of the Upamon. And because she had forgotten that, she had decided not to mulligan, of course, but had she had remembered that, she would have mulliganed. So she asks me here if it was fine that she went ahead and mulliganed, because, like I said, if she had remembered, she would have thrown this hand away and drawn a new one. So, and especially because she had gone first, it didn't really bother me. It's not like she had gone second. I had already done some stuff on my side, and she had an awkward 6th card in hand. So I said it was completely fine with me. So she throws this hand to the bottom, and she draws a brand new set of 5. Also, because this was round 1, like it didn't really bother me. If it was much later on in the event, I probably would have said, no, you should probably stick with the hand that you've got. But it was round 1, and she was new to the game, and with this being her first major event, I just said it was completely fine with me. So she digivolves a Salamon here over the Upamon. And it actually also looks like, I'm just seeing this now, it's possible she may have forgotten to draw for that Digivolution. Looks like she did, and I'm just seeing this now. Then she puts down a Otamamon and puts me to 2. So I draw for turn, and I hatch a Demimera on my side, which I believe I evolved into, yes, a Guilmon, and get the draw there. And after that, I didn't really have too much else going on in my hand, so I believe I put down a Flamemon here to choke her to 1 and to try to find some additional hybrid pieces. Yes, so I put the Flamemon down here, and I flip the top 3. And unfortunately, there were no targets there because Flamemon cannot grab Ancient Beetle, so that kind of sucked to see those 3 all go to the bottom. But that happens sometimes. You unfortunately whiff. So we pass the turn now with her being at 1. So she'll take her draw for the turn, and I believe the Salamon comes up here. So I was actually not expecting to face Rookie Rush today. With this being a very hybrid-focused format, I was not expecting to face a Rookie Rush list. So I was kind of caught off guard a little bit here. So she goes ahead and swings Otamamon here into security. Hits a Bokomon, which is not exactly where you want to see Bokomon. And Otamamon is 5k, so it survives. And then I believe the Salamon comes crashing into security here as well. Looks like it. Yes, Salamon comes crashing in, and it does die to, I believe that is a Rhino Kabuterimon, or a Metal Kabuterimon. Either way, it's something big enough that it dies. So with her sitting at 1 here, there's basically just, I'm just waiting to see which rookie comes down next, and she decides to drop a Falcomon, which chokes me back to 1. Alright, so I bring up the Guilmon, and I immediately swing with this to trigger the draw 1, because I needed to start finding something to apply a little bit of pressure. The Guilmon does die here because it crashes into, or finds a Bushi in security. So the Guilmon does die. I think I might throw the Flamemon into security as well, if I'm remembering correctly, just to keep up a little bit of pressure. And honestly, Flamemon at this point has done its job. It whiffed on 3 cards for me, so it's now essentially just a body to throw into security. I was also testing out a new camera angle for this event, so I hadn't quite yet gotten used to the proper way to hold my cards, so I was not basically revealing my hand to my opponent. I do get better with that as the rounds go on. But you can see I'm taking a little bit of time here just to kind of figure out what I can do, because I didn't really have many pieces to work with. You can see there's some hybrid pieces in hand, but like there's no JP. So it was just a really awkward situation here. And with staring down Rookie Rush, I knew I had to do something like quick. Otherwise, I was basically just going to be dead in like 1 or 2 turns. So I think if I'm remembering correctly, I think what I end up doing is I think Flamemon does hit security here. And then I think, so Flamemon hits security, and it is going to die to a Spiral Masquerade. So I was actually very happy to find that Spiral Masquerade when I did, because that is essentially just the equivalent of crashing into a larger rookie. So quite happy to eat that Spiral Masquerade when there was only 1 Digimon on the field. And then I go ahead and I believe I do put down a Gaussmon here. Anything else in my hand was just going to give my opponent too much memory, and playing against Rookie Rush, you don't want to do that. So I actually do decide to go ahead and put down the Arbormon here. I was holding on to some level 5s. So I kind of just was thinking at this point, if I put the Arbormon down, at least I can put, a level 5 on top of it. So it was pretty much all I really could have done. I could have put the Gaussmon down if I wanted to give my opponent less memory. So she hatches another Upamon here and puts down a Pulsemon on top of it. And she does remember to trigger the draw 1 here for Digivolving. So I'm now staring down an Otamamon, which is about to re-unsuspend, a Falcomon, and then a Pulsemon, which is going to come up next turn. And she has 4 memories, so very, very easy for her to just flood the board here and kind of just overrun me. So another Pulsemon comes down. Another Pulsemon comes down here. And that probably should have actually been for 2, because she has 3 security, so she should have gained the memory back there. Which is also something that I missed on my side as well. And then I believe she puts down 1 more rookie here. I don't think it would have made too much of a difference, because I believe the next rookie that comes down... well, let's see. I know she puts down... if I'm remembering correctly, she puts down another body onto the board. She puts down an Aruramon. So that would have... she should have been at 0 there, without... with gaining a memory off of the Pulsemon. But anyways, the turn is passed, and then I hatch and evolve into a Gaussmon. I draw a Hidden Potential Discovered, which doesn't really do me much good. So I slide Digivolve into a Metal Kabuterimon for 1, and then I use this opportunity to suspend one of my opponent's Digimon. I believe I suspend the Otamamon to pretty much just shut off red. I'm pretty sure that is what I do here. So the Otamamon is suspended now. and then I swing the Metal Kabuterimon into the Otamamon, just so that I can clear it and at least, like I said, shut off the red, so that if there's like a Gaia Force in hand or something along those lines, she's unable to cast it. So, again, kind of just contemplating what I'm going to do. Don't want to be giving my opponent too much memory here. She did end up deciding not to swing in the previous turn by putting a couple of bodies on board. So whether or not that was just something she intended to do, or it was a misplay, it is what it is. So I throw down a Boko here, and at this point there's no tamer in there, so I pretty much just have to take a hybrid, and it looks like I take the Rhino Kabuterimon here. I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, I was starved for level 5s at this point, so I pretty much needed it. So I go ahead and add that to hand, but she's sitting now at 3 memory with 4 bodies coming in, so I basically just had to rely on security and hope that there was an Atomic Blaster in my security stack, because that is pretty much the only thing in the list that would be able to save me. Obviously, the bigger bodies would kill stuff, but you know, she is presenting lethal here. So I do find a Mimi, which is helpful if I survive. And then she goes ahead and sends one of the Pulsemons into security. And then, to my saving grace, this final card was indeed an Atomic Blaster, which is what I needed. So I destroy the unsuspended Pulsemon that was about to come swinging in for game. So I get rid of that, and I believe I think I take out the Falco, because the Falco was 5k. So I take out Falco and a Pulse and the unsuspended Pulse here. So yeah, that one is the one that attacked, so that one is suspended. So I take out the Falco and the unsuspended Pulsemon so that I don't die. And so now she's sitting at 3. There's nothing in raising, so anything that gets played here is not really going to be able to do anything, because it needs to... there's nothing that she could play for 3 memory that would then have Rush or Blitz, so I know I'm safe in getting at least one more turn here. And if I'm remembering correctly, I believe she puts down a Bushy Agumon here, and which puts the slider over to 2 on my side, and then Mimi ups it to 3. Yes, so a Bushy Agumon comes down. And she asked me if it can still swing, and I explained that no, it can't swing because the memory slider is on my side. If it was Blitz, then it could, but because it is Rush, it is unable to do so. So, just a lot of hand gestures here from me, basically explaining that if she was at 5 and moved down to 0, then Bushi could swing, but because it pushed the slider to my side, Bushi is not able to swing, and it does go, and the turn does pass to me. So after a few more hand gestures here and pointing at the memory gauge, I unsuspend the Metal Kabuterimon, and I bump up to 3 because I've got the Mimi. And we draw, and I push the Gaussmon up, and I don't believe I present lethal this turn, unless I'm holding an Atomic Blaster, which I think I am. Or sorry, not an Atomic Blaster, an Atomic Inferno, which I believe I am. So I think I do actually... or not even that, I just evolved my Mimi into either a Beetlemon or a Rhino, or not a Rhino, a Metal Kabuterimon. So that evolves into a Beetlemon, and I'll draw for that. and then Bokomon is going to gain me that 2 memory back. And here at this point, because this was a lesson learned on my side, we actually had the commentators jump into our channel and throw our game up on stream. And because I didn't set up my OBS overlay correctly, it did shift. So unfortunately, it is like this for the rest of the game, but I do throw down an Atomic Inferno here for 1, and I do end up swinging for lethal here. This is fixed in all of my future rounds, so you don't have to worry about that. So I put an Atomic Inferno on one of my hybrids to give it an extra security attack, just to be safe, just in case there's, it's Rookie Rush with Otamamon, so there is the potential for Gaia Force, or just other red removal spells. So I swing here for 2 checks, and luckily we can actually still see her security there. So I hit an Otamamon, which I'm stronger than, so I'm good to get my 2nd check. And we hit a Terurimon here, which I still live through. And then I swing in with the Beetlemon to pick off the last security card there, which was a Cutemon, so there was unfortunately nothing that stopped my board. And then we swing in Boko for game. So that was round 1. Completely was not expecting to play Rookie Rush today, but we ended up pulling out the win. I don't think there was a couple of things that happened there that shouldn't have given me the win. I pretty much only had the win because of the Atomic Blaster sitting in security, which, sometimes that's just what it comes down to, is what is sitting in security. And fortunately enough, I had the Atomic Blaster in there to buy me an extra turn, and I was able to pull out the win. So that is round 1. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I appreciate it very much. Round 2 will be up shortly, so I will see you all then.